Well, just about a month ago, there were more than a handful of tire and rim thefts at apartments in Liverpool and in the Onondaga Hill area.
Tenants at one of the complexes complained that management took too long to tell them about the crimes, but, well, management says they didn't know about it either.
So who is responsible for telling tenants? News Channel 9's Julia LeBlanc took that question to the Onondaga County Sheriff's Office.
It's highly important that you know what's going on in your neighborhood, and this is a community as well as a neighborhood.
More than ever, many people are choosing to live in an apartment complex. Melanie Simon is one of them. She lives here at North Star.
Yes, I feel safe living here. That does not say I don't double check the door when I lock it, because you don't know who your next door neighbor is in any situation.
And she's right. Nobody is immune to crime. On the second weekend of January, there were a number of tire and rim thefts happening here at North Star Apartments and at other complexes in the area. But management here didn't notify residents until days later. They say that's in part because the sheriff's office didn't notify them.
If there's an incident that involves or that jeopardizes the safety of a resident there, we certainly will notify management of that. But if you're a victim of a crime, why is it necessary for me to notify your landlord?
Sergeant John Sieber says the protocol taken by deputies depends on the victim of the crime. If someone damages the property of the complex, he says deputies would tell management because they're the victim. But if the crime involves a tenant's car, it's up to the victim of the crime to decide if they want to notify their management. So the question then becomes, how are those who live in a complex supposed to know what's going on just outside of their doors if nobody's telling them when something bad happens?
Just because you live in an apartment complex doesn't mean that you can't have the security that you want. You can create it.
Through neighborhood watch groups and technology, Sieber says people can look out for one another. Here at North Star, they held a community meeting to address those concerns.
It's a safety thing.
Still, many wish they knew about the tire thefts earlier. Julia LeBlanc, News Channel 9.
Sergeant Sieber also says if you do not have a local neighborhood watch group, you can download the app Neighbors by Ring. Even if you don't have a Ring doorbell, people in your neighborhood may be posting videos and information there.